Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of
Salve, friend. Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
On the last Let's Play, we got a bow, and then, switched out for a golden bow, and then went into a big temple where there was a whole bunch of horrible, skin-peeled golden people, and we used a golden bow to gold it them again. And, yeah, new item.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood. Yulia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
Oh, is this how we get him to
go.
become the
But
new
once
guy?
I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Do I still have that stuff? Or do I need to steal again? Okay, cool. I guess that's why it's so expensive. You can use it so many times. It's also interesting how you can get people killed and, whatnot. But you can't directly kill them.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
I am.
Well, it's your funeral.
So let's see. Flashlight, check. Golden bow, check. It's where everything goes kind of gray when I pull the string. Monster, check. Though it's weird. Why did these guys exist? Did one of them get out or something? Because the whole point of why they existed prior was because what's her name peeled the skin off of them. Okay. Ain't gonna be needing that anymore. Gotta look more in here before going in direction. Oh, is this the other way? Maybe that's why these things went down below, got through there. One of them did. Oh, it's shout. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be deep. Interesting. I guess this might be the main way out, so we'll go the other way again. That's a thing I kind of wonder about for video games, where it's like, okay, how do you do things so that people go the opposite way? That people don't, you know, go this way and then that way and then this way again. Also, I'm not sure. Oh. Okay. Good. This stuff holds people. Made out of gold. Huh. I think we might have accidentally stumbled upon the ending. Hey.
You. Who are you? Did he send you? Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape before that monster comes back. I'm Scintilla. I found a way out through the Gate of Horn, but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key. Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
Huh.
I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either. Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key. I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together.
How'd you guys get up here?
There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say? There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
I mean, we can reload this, right? Because if the father dies... We'll reload this.
What? No, you can't just leave me here. How can you be so heartless?
We'll figure it out.
I hate you. I spit on you. I hope Dis drags you to Tartarus.
Don't worry. Is he here?
You're back. Have you come to...
Sorry.
What?
He said he was here. Let's just save and...
You're back.
Well, things... got...
There's no...
Sorry, I'm just...
What? It's no use. You'll never persuade him of anything. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Please. You're making a mistake.
I guess he has the key that just walks over there, but yeah. Yeet. Actually, let's look at these golden statues again. Okay. I wonder if he's doing thing where it's like, okay, people might die if
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want? My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else. You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more. Well, I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish. That's quite all right.
okay,
I trust you can...
you accused me of being some guy that somebody would kill, but I guess I'll just leave. So you, who are you?
I'm not supposed to be in here.
I know, where do you keep your valuables?
Talk. What business could you possibly have with me? My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much. An intriguing proposition. Go on. Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that? You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
Going through all the dialogue choices.
To withdraw. Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out. Domitius! Come quickly! Do I need to call Domitius?
I mean, what is he going to do? Assault me? You have quite a lot of gold, though. Well, I tried. Yep, he's doing his job. Actually, I have to even tell him about it, Fuis. I think he had something else to talk about.
What is it, citizen?
Really? Nothing?
All right.
Whatever are you wearing? Oh, I wish Horatius... You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch? Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought. I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving. Oh, and I suppose I'll just have to take the word of a know-nothing barbarian who just arrived, will I?
I'll be going.
I trust you can see yourself.
So, nobody's gonna ask about the sister? I feel like this is a big plot point. Who is Aquita? Oh, right.
Whatever are you wearing?
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. It's like Diana's.
Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about? Yes, so what? What are you going to do about it? And why should I? The one true God says that for man to lie with another man is an abomination. His presence here is a threat to us all. Well, I don't know. Maybe God hasn't noticed yet. But when he does, we're going to have a problem.
Smear your agitated.
Well, I wouldn't get so angry if he wasn't so... you know.
Pretty.
I don't like where you're going with this. You'd better take that back before I make you. I have no idea what you're talking about. And unless you want your jaw broken, I think it's best if you don't ever talk to me again.
No, that's it. Until next time.
I have nothing to say.
Okay. Decent.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed? Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current.
All weapons
What
are to
else?
be tossed into the chasm.
That's
Magistrate's
true.
orders.
I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else? Yes, I also had such an encounter. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here? And did you happen to catch her name?
Karen.
I see. And was this Karen, by any chance, wearing a hood? Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths. But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
What about the arrow? Oh, right, the arrow guy is dead. Yep. They said there's multiple endings, so I'm not sure if it's like if you bring everybody out safely or if it's like, hey, in one ending it's a normal, well, I was gonna say normal, but there is magic involved. Or if it's like, hey, everybody was dead the entire time, like Lost. Why are you going all the way over here? I guess we'd know if somebody's talking over there.
You're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N, as in Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means. I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
Yeah, so I was right.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken.
Though there's so few
But
souls
it was
here.
also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks. To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kamut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again. Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river, but that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help, I promise you. Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter, Orpheus, a Thracian poet, Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra, and Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide. All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril. Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
I mean, I got a golden bow.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, You'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed.
Oh right, the
but there are
Christian
4
thingy.
plaques missing from its base.
Oh.
It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again. It's the towering stone monument.
I got
with
one.
4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque. I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum. Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, would be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her, or just take a look in his room. I'm afraid you're on your own with that one, but perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate the way.
Did I find one of them already?
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft, and even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried. As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage. If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
Yeah, whispers.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now?
I mean, it do
Again,
be like
I
that.
suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say? Fascinating. Perhaps she is a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out? Truly? Then why are you still here? Ah, I see. Then it seems you have made a great sacrifice for all of us, friend. I admire your compassion. Truly. Thank you. But unfortunately, I'm afraid your only other option will be to confront you-know-who.
Yeah, right.
All right. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Yeah, let's look for the plates.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Right. Hades? Oh, so the guy that's a little bit, simple knows the thing. It's like, might as well. Oh, is that because he has the one coin because of that?
How are you doing today?
I'm sad.
On sad boy.
Hello. Have we met before? My friend Hannibal used to look after. He said he gave all I remember. No. My name. You're going to. Galerius already tried that. What about the rules? I don't want everyone to get in trouble because I was bad. Like Galerius, if you help make him magistrate, he can get Hannibal. Bye-bye.
Is he Galer? Crap, where'd he go? Also, question. Okay. Galerius. Where'd he go?
Greetings and salutations. Greetings. I'm Georgius. My friend, your words intrigue me more and more. But yes, very well. Ask me what you will.
I like him.
And in a city full of Romans, you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes. But the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios, and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us, but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina. I am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I pull my hair out. After a while, I give up, and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept the world is Roman.
No hair.
Plus, I have no hair left to pull. But my point is this. If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plague you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dully. He cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes shiny things, especially those that once belonged to my people. And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter. I hope that our paths cross again.
Okay. Oh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Do you like it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it. But if I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'd be sad.
Salve.
Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy. Then you could have it, And you'd be happy too. Galerius already tried that. He said, like, yeah, Galerius will let me out. Then you can have my plaque and everyone will be happy. Bye-bye.
Okay. But we need that guy alive, and he's dead. He's all the way up there. I guess we could maybe watch that one guy die. If what's her name's around. Nope, can't do it. We could talk to that one lady if she's getting all hot and heavy for me.
You're here. And, there's... What was that? Some kind of joke? If it was, it wasn't funny. I take back... Let's just forget that. Not for a few weeks now. Last time I saw him, he was sitting at a table with Georgius, whispering about some job. I remember because they kept looking over their shoulders as if they didn't want anyone else to know. So, naturally, I hovered. The one word I kept hearing was vanishing, and then, the next day, Kabash just disappeared. Coincidence? I think not.
Also vibrating.
All right, see ya.
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
I kind of want to just... Like, I only have so much time left, and it's like, well, we're out of time, so maybe for once...
Cerberus lifts his triple head. And
we
lets
won't,
out his
you know...
braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like
Well, we're gonna say...
You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades.
We won't start with, you know,
lives, but they are
changing the time.
ignorant.
This again.
So, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. Comment, guys, like, comment, comment you like, dislike, tips, otherwise, if you like my YouTube and like See Grow. Then please like, subscribe, and check out the rest of Epic Grow, and please remember to spay your animals to help control the pit population. And yeah. And until next time.
Sisyphus, attack
GamerWolfSix,
the stone
The Forgotten City. Place where I was correct. We are dead, so thanks and see ya.